So in this video, we will solve May-June 2021, paper 2, variant 2. So let's start with question number 1. Part A is the price of an electric drill is $78. In a sale, the price is reduced by 15%. Calculate the sale price. So if the price is reduced by 15%, so that means that the new price will be 85% of original. Because the reduction is 15%, so 100% minus 15% is 85%. So the sale price will be 85% of $78, which is 85 over 100 multiplied by 78. So 85 divided by 100 multiplied by 78, which is $66.30. So your answer is 66.30. Part B is the exchange rate between dollars and euros is given. Michael changes $100 to euros. He buys a clock costing 58.99 euro. He changes the remaining money back to dollars. Calculate the amount in dollars he has left. So your exchange rate is $1 is 0.85 euros. So actually dollars ratio euro, 1 is 0.85. And then Michael changes $100 to euros. So $100 will be X euros. So we'll cross multiply because they are directly proportional. More dollars will give you more euros. So X here will be 100 multiplied by 0.85, which is 85 euros. He buys a clock costing 58.99. So let's calculate the remaining euros after Michael bought the clock. So he had 85 and then minus 58.99. So 85 minus 58.99 is 26.01 euros that are left. And then he changes the remaining money, which is this, back to dollars. So now you have to calculate how many dollars will he get for 26.01 euros. So again, dollars ratio euros, you have $1 which is 0.85, and now you have to calculate dollars. Let's call them X, and you have 26.01 euros. Again, you will cross multiply and form an equation. So 0.85x will be equal to this multiplied by 1 will be 26.01. X will be 26.01 divided by 0.85. So divided by 0.85. So you have $30.60 that are remaining at the end, or the dollars amount in dollars that he has left. So $30.60. Part C is Petro invests $3,500 in ACE simple account for 4 years, which gives simple interest at 2.1% per year. Ileana invests $3,500 in Cool compound account for 4 years, which is compound interest at 2% per year. At the end of 4 years, who has more money in their account and by how much? So let's first calculate how much they have in their account. So let's first calculate for Petro. So the amount after 4 years will be equal to, since this is a simple interest, so you know the formula, principal multiplied by 1 plus rate over 100 multiplied by time t in years. So your principal amount that is invested is 3,500. 1 plus the rate is 2.1% per year, so 2.1 divided by 100, and time, for how long are they investing? For 4 years. So multiplied by 4. So this will give you 2.1 divided by 100 multiplied by 4 plus 1, and then multiplied by 3,500. So this is $3,794 that Petro has at the end of 4 years. Now we'll do the same calculation for Ileana, but since it is a compound interest, our formula will be different. So for Ileana, amount after 4 years will be, so the formula for compound interest is principal times 1 plus rate over 100 to the power t, which is time. So now let's substitute the values. Principal invested is again 3,500. 1 plus rate is now 2% over 100. And again, the investment time is 4 years. 4 years. So 2 divided by 100 plus 1 to the power 4 and then multiplied by 3,500. So this is $3,788.51. So now who has more money at the end? 3794 or 3788, which is greater? This one is greater. So Petro has more money, and you have to give the difference as well. So difference will be 3794 minus 3788.51. So minus 3788.51. So this is $5.49 is the difference. So who has more money in their account? Petro. And by how much? By $5.49. Question number 2. The table shows the midday temperature and the number of cups of hot chocolate Nacha sells on each of 10 days. Complete the scatter diagram. The first 5 points have been plotted for you. So these 5 are plotted. We have to plot these remaining 5. So on the x-axis you have the midday temperature, and on the y-axis you have number of cups of hot chocolate. So you have 21 and 8. So each small block here is 0.5 degree Celsius. So two blocks represent 1 degree. So 15, 16. So this is 20. So 21 will be here, and then you have to go up to 8. So on the y-axis, it's again two blocks representing 1 cup of chocolate, because from 5 to 10, there are 10 blocks, but the difference is 5. So each block is 0.5. So two blocks represent 1 cup of hot chocolate. So let's plot this. 21 and 8. So this is 21, 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be at this point here. So this is 21 and 8. Then you have 6 and 17. 6 and 15, 16, 17 will be here. 5 and 21. 5 and 21 will be this point here. Then you have 12 and 16. 12 and 16. So 10, 11, 12, and this will be 16 here. 23 and 6. So this is 20, 21, 22, 23, and 6 will be here. So this is how you will complete your scatter diagram. Describe the relationship between midday temperature and the number of cups of hot chocolate Nacha sells. So as you see, as the midday temperature increases in this direction, the number of cups of hot chocolate sold also decreases. So she is selling less cups of hot chocolate as the midday temperature is increasing. So the relationship is, as the temperature increases, NACHA cells, or you can say as the temperature increases, number of cups of hot chocolate sold decreases. So that's the relationship between temperature and number of cups of hot chocolate sold. By drawing a line of best fit, estimate the number of cups of hot chocolate sold when midday temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. So now you have to first draw a line of best fit and then read the value when temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. So to draw the line of best fit, uh, you have to ensure that you have almost same number of points on either side of the line, and the line passes through the middle sort of. So this will be my line here. 1 second. Something like this. It's passing through these 2 points, and I have 3 points below the line and 3 points above the line, and this is just above and this is just below. So it kind of evenly distributes the points on both sides of the line of best fit. So now you have to read the value for number of cups when the temperature is 17. So 15, 16, and 17 is this here. This is 17 degrees Celsius. So 16, 17. Okay. So now I will draw a straight line and see where it intersects my line of best fit. So it intersects at this point, and if I read the value from y-axis, so this is around 10.5 or 11. So it is coming out to be 10.5, but since number of cups cannot be in like decimal, I can take the value as almost 11. So your number of cups of hot chocolate sold when temperature is 17 degrees Celsius is 11. That's how you will uh, calculate it from the line of best fit. Question 3, part A. Simplify this expression. So 6b minus b will be 5b. 4a minus 7a will be minus 3a. So this is 5b minus 3a. Solve this expression. So I'll take the LCM, which is 2. So this will be m minus 4 will be multiplied by 2 as well. So m minus 8 over 2 equals to 5. M minus 8 equals to 10. I took this 2 to the other side, and then taking this 8 to the other side, 10 plus 8 equals to 18. So m equals to 18. Rearrange this to make t the subject. So I'll take this 3 to the other side. I will get 3u equals to t plus 4, and 3u minus 4 equals to t. Or you can say t equals to 3u minus 4. Part D is expand this expression. So I will multiply this 3y inside. So this will be 3 times 2 is 6 y cube, because this is y square, this is y power 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And then this will be 15y. So 6y cube plus 15y. Question number 4. 100 adults in a town were surveyed about the number of emails they each received one day. The table shows the results. So you have number of emails and number of adults. So one email was received by 8 adults in one day. 2 emails were received by 10 adults, 3 emails were received by 22 adults, and there were 28 adults who received 4 emails in one day, and so on. Find the mod. So your mod will be the value with the highest frequency. So 28 is the highest frequency because 28 adults, and then the number of emails they received was 4. So your value of mod is 4. Calculate the mean. So mean will be your sigma fx over sigma f. So this is the sum of this product. You're multiplying frequency with the value and then adding them all of them together. So frequency is 8 multiplied by 1 plus this 10 multiplied by 2 plus 22 times 3 plus 28 times 4 plus 15 times 5, 9 times 6, 7. So plus 5 times 7 and plus 3 times 8, and then divided by sum of all the frequencies, which we already know is 100. So let's calculate the numerator here. 8 plus 20 plus 22 times 3 plus 28 times 4, 15 times 5, 9 times 6, plus 7 times 5 is 35, plus 8 times 3 is 24. So this is 394 divided by 100. So your mean value is 3.94. Part C is one of these adults is chosen at random. Find the probability that they received fewer than 4 emails that day. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So probability that they received less than 4 emails will be number of people, number of adults who received less than 4 emails divided by total adults. That will give you the probability that if you choose an adult, they would have received less than 4 emails. If you choose an adult from this group of how many adults are there total? 100. So there are a total of 100 adults, and number of adults who received less than 4 emails. So those will be these adults, because these received less than 4. These 22 received 3 emails, these 10 adults received 2, and these 8 received 1 email. So 22 plus 8 is 30, 30 plus 10 is 40. So out of the 100, 40 people received less than 4 emails. So probability that if you choose someone and then that they have received less than 4 emails will be 40 over 100. Zeros and zeros cancel out, 4 over 10, and in the simplest form this will be 2 over 5. Part D is the town has 18,000 adults. Use the survey results to estimate the number of adults in the town who received exactly five emails that day. So you have to estimate out of these 18,000 how many people received exactly 5. So out of the 100, how many received 5? So if you look at this survey, which contained 100 adults, uh, 15 adults received exactly 5 emails. So what is the fraction? Fraction of people, of adults, you can say, who received 5 emails. What is this fraction? This is 15 over 100, because out of the 100, 15 received exactly 5. So this is your fraction. So 15 over 100 will be 3 over 20. So now you have to calculate adults in town who received 5 email. Adults in town who received 5 emails. It will be this fraction out of this 18,000. So 3 by 20 of 18,000, 3 over 20 of 18,000 people will receive 5 emails. So 3 over 20 multiplied by 18,000. So this is 2,700 adults in this town will receive 5 emails that day. So 2,700. Question number 5, part A. Use set notation to describe the subset shaded in the Venn diagram. So the shaded region is this one, which is outside both A and B. So if you look at this region, this is the boundary, and everything outside this blue boundary is shaded. So this boundary is everything inside is represented by A union B, because this is everything inside of A and inside of B. And then the shaded region is outside, so you will take the complement of this. So A union B whole complement is representing this shaded region here. Part B is you're given universal set and then sets P, Q, R. Part 1 is complete the Venn diagram. So let's first list out the numbers in these sets, and then we can proceed to completing the Venn diagram. So set P is consists of numbers that are factors of 36. So if you look at from this universal set, which are the numbers that are factors of 36? 2 is a factor, 36 is divisible by 2. 6 plus 3 is 9, so 9 is divisible by 2, so 36 is also divisible by 3. 4 is also a factor, 4 times 9 is 36, 5 is not. 6 is a factor, 6 times 6 is 36, 7 is not, 8 is not. 9 is a factor, 9 times 4 is 36, 10 is not, 11 is not. 12 is a factor because 12 times 3 is 36. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 and 12 are your numbers inside this set P. Q is a set of numbers which are multiples of 4. So multiples of 4 will be 4, 8, and then 12. Remember, your universal set is this, so you only need to find multiples of 4 within this universal set. And then R is numbers where x is greater than equal to 3 and less than equal to 6. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's start with the intersection of all three circles. So which number is common in PQR? 3 is not, 3 is not here. 4 is common in all three, so 4 will be here. 5 is not common, 6 is not common on all three. 6 is here but not in this set. So now let's look at the intersection of P and Q. Which are the common numbers between P and Q? 2 is not, 3 is not, 4 we have already written here. 6 is not, 9 is not, 12 is common here. So 12 is common between P and Q. Then let's look at Q and R. 4 is common, we have written it already. 3 is not, 8 is not, 12 and 6, so nothing is here. And then let's look at P and R. P and R. So 3 is common, so 3 will be here. 4 we have already written. 5 is not in P. 6 is also common, so 6 will be here. And that's it. And so let's now list out the remaining numbers in PQR. So let's look at P. So you have 2, 3 is already here, 4 is here, 6 is here, 9 is not written already, so we will add 9 here, 12 is already here. And then let's look at Q. 4 is here, 8 is missing, so 8 will be here. And then 12 is already here in this intersection of Q and P. And then let's look at R. 3 is here, 4 is here, 5 we haven't written it yet, so 5 will be here, and 6 is here. And then we have to look at numbers that are not inside any of these, that will be outside of all of these circles representing PQR. So 2 is written, 3 is written, 4 is here, 5, 6, 7 is missing, so 7 will be outside. 8, 9, 10 is also missing, so 10. 11 is also missing, so 11. and then 12 is already here. So that's how you will complete this Venn diagram. Let's list the elements of P intersection Q union R. Q union R complement. So let's look at Q union R. Q union R is everything inside Q and then everything inside R. So this is Q union R and everything outside is Q union R complement. And then intersection with P. So outside of this red, but inside this, let's mark it with green. Inside green, but outside red is this region, which is outside red, which is Q union R complement, but inside P, so intersection with P. So the elements in this green region are 2 and 9. So your answer here will be 2 and 9. Next is find the number of elements in P union Q. So let me erase these boundaries. This was 9. So number of elements in P union Q will be everything inside of P and inside of Q. So everything inside P and Q. How many elements are in this blue boundary that I have drawn, which is representing P union Q? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elements. So number of elements are 7. The next part is use set notation to complete the statement. So you have to write a set notation which equals to 5, which is an empty set. So empty set, let me get rid of this. This region is empty set. So you have to write the set notation which represents this region here. So this is R intersection Q. So this will R intersection Q will give you this, but then you have to exclude this because this shaded region here is an empty set. So this means to exclude this, which is P, I will add intersection P complement. So everything outside of P but inside of R intersection Q. So R intersection Q will give you this region and then intersection P complement. So outside P will leave you with this shaded region here, which is an empty set phi. So that's how you will solve this. Question 6, part A. PQR is an isosceles triangle with PR equals to QR. P is the point 15, Q is 51. Angle PRQ is not a right angle. Find the coordinates for one possible position of R. You may use the grid to help you. So P is the point 15. So 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is point P, which is 1, 5. And then you have Q, which is 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. So this is Q, which is 5, 1. Now you have to find R such that the length PR and QR are equal and angle PRQ is not a right angle. So PR equals QR means R will be somewhere in the middle such that the length PR and QR are equal. So if I'm able to find the perpendicular line bisector of this line PQ, so this line here, which is PQ, this is one of the sides of this isosceles triangle. Now if I find the perpendicular line bisector, which will be somewhere here, that line represents the points on that line will be equidistant from P and Q. So I can easily and quickly find it. So I note these 2 points. I can find gradient PQ will be y2 minus y1, 5 minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1, 1 minus 5. So this is 4 divided by minus 4, which is minus 1. So gradient of PQ is -1. So gradient of perpendicular bisector will be +1, because you know that the product of the product of the gradients of two perpendicular lines is -1. So this will give you the gradient of perpendicular bisector as 1. So I know that, and let's find the midpoint of PQ, because midpoint will give you um, one of the points on the perpendicular line bisector, because the midpoint will be midpoint will have the same distance from P as from Q. So midpoint is 5 plus 1 divided by 2, and then 1 plus 5 divided by 2. So this is point 3 and 3. So point 3 and 3 is this one here. So this is the midpoint, right? And then the gradient of my perpendicular bisector is 1. So that means for every one increase in x, my y value will increase by 1 as well. So if I go 1 in this direction, I will go 1 in this direction as well. So my perpendicular bisector will look something like this. It should pass through the origin, because this point is 3, 3, which is the midpoint. Let's call it M. And this is my line of gradient 1 that is passing through. All the points on this line, if I take any point here, 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 all the points will have equal distance from P and Q. So my R can lie anywhere on this line, but there are two locations which are not correct for R, which are those which create a right angle PRQ. So if R is here, this is not possible, because if I join this PR and RQ, they are although equal in length, but it will be a 90-degree angle here. And similarly here as well, R is not possible here and here. This is also creating a 90-degree angle. So if I join this with this like this, and this will become a 90-degree angle. So although my PRQ triangle will be isosceles as mentioned, because this length will be equal to this length, but it will make this angle a right angled triangle, and we are told that angle PRQ is not a right angle. So this is also not a correct value of R. So R cannot be 1, 1. This point here is 1, 1. R cannot be 5, 5 as well, and R cannot be 3, 3, because that will not create a triangle if my third point R lies on the line PQ. That shape is not a triangle. So I can take any other point along this line, and that will be a correct answer. So let's just say, let's take this here. This is 4 and 4, 4 and 4, and this will be my triangle PRQ. This line here, and this line here. So now this length is equal to this length, and this angle here is not 90 degree. So this is one possible position of R, which is 4 and 4. Any other values except this point, and this point, any other points on this line are also acceptable answers. Part B is, here are the equations of 5 curves. Sketches of 3 of these curves are drawn below. Write the correct equation underneath each sketch. So you know that this is a shape of a graph of x square. So that means this is x square and then something else. So you can eliminate all the other possible equations. This is minus x square. This is not possible, because minus x square has a curve something like this, pointing upwards. This is pointing downwards. This is x cube. So this is x square. This is x cube, and this is x square. So our answer is one of these two. So how do we decide between these two? we can take any 2 points. So here you know that this curve is passing through origin. So that means when x is 0, y is also 0. So if we substitute x equals to 0 here, we get y equals to 0. 0 times minus 3 into 0 will be 0. And if we substitute x equals to 0 here, then y equals to minus 8. So this is passing somewhere below here at minus 8. So this is not possible because our curve is passing through origin, and this equation represents this curve. So this will be y equals to um, x square minus 3x. The next one is this curve pointing upwards. As I told earlier, this is minus x squared, so this is possible. No other has minus x squared. So again, this makes it easy. So this is simply y equals to 2 minus x squared. And then this third one, you know that these types of curves are x cube. So now let's look at x cube. This is one possible answer, and this is another possible answer as well. So let's look at these two and see which one is representing this curve. So if I look at the y-intercept, that means this point where the x value is 0 and y value is something negative because it is below the x-axis. So y value is negative. So let's look at this. If I substitute x equals to 0, I get y equals to minus 2, which is a negative value. And if I substitute x equals to 0 here, I get y equals to 0. So that means the graph of this equation will pass through origin, because when x is 0, y is also 0. So this is a point on the curve for this equation, on the graph of this equation. So this is not passing through origin. In fact, when x is 0, this is negative, and when x is 0, this is minus 2. So this is the equation which represents this curve. So this will be y equals to x cube minus 2. Part C is A is the point this, minus 1, minus 5, B is this. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB, which passes through the midpoint of AB. So to find the equation of the perpendicular line, I need the gradient and one point on the line, the x and y coordinate of that point on the line. I can find the gradient because I can find the gradient of AB, and we know that the line is perpendicular, so the product of their gradients should be minus 1. So let's first find gradient of AB. Gradient AB will be y2 minus y1, so minus 5 minus 3 divided by x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 3. So this is minus 8 divided by minus 4, which is 2. So gradient of perpendicular line of perpendicular multiplied by gradient of AB. We know that the gradients, their product should be minus 1 because the lines are perpendicular to each other. So gradient of perpendicular line, which we are looking for here, will be minus 1 divided by gradient of AB, which is 2. So this is minus 1 over 2. So I found the gradient here. Now I need one point on the line, on the perpendicular line. So we are told that line passes through the midpoint of AB. So we can easily find the midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB will be the x values, x coordinate, add them, minus 1 plus 3, and then divide by 2. Do the same with y coordinates, minus 5 plus 3 divided by 2. So this is 3 minus 1, 2, 2 divided by 2, 1. And this is minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. So now you know one point on the line as well. So the equation of perpendicular line will be given by y minus y1 equals to gradient multiplied by x minus x1. So y minus y1, y coordinate here is -1, so -1. Gradient of the perpendicular was this, -1 by 2 multiplied by x minus x1 is 1, so this will be replaced here. So this will become y plus 1 equals to -1 by 2x and plus 1 by 2. So y equals to -1 by 2x plus 1 by 2. If I take this 1 to the other side, -1, 1 by 2 minus 1 will be -1 by 2. So -1 by 2x and -1 by 2. So your equation of the perpendicular line of AB to AB is -1 over 2x minus 1 over 2. So this is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to line AB passing through the midpoint of AB. Question number 7, part A, rectangular field measures 30 meter by 45 meter. Calculate the perimeter. So perimeter P is 2 times length plus width. So 2 into 30 plus 45, 2 times 75, which is 150 meters. So 150 meters. Calculate the length of a diagonal. So if you have this rectangle here, one side is 45, the other side is 30, and you have to calculate this length of the diagonal. This is a right angled triangle here with the diagonal, because this is the rectangle, so this angle is 90 degrees, so this is hypotenuse. So length of diagonal, let's call it D diagonal. D square will be 45 square, so this is D, plus 30 square, and D will be square root of 45 square plus 30 square. So 45 square plus 30 square, and then square root of this, 54.08, and I can write it as 54.1 meters in three significant figures. So answer will be 54.1. Part B is the diagram shows a sketch of triangle PQR. All lengths are given in centimeters. Calculate the length A. So you're given all three lengths. One is 11, the other two are represented in terms of A, and you are given one of the angles of this triangle PQR. So we can use the cosine rule when all three lengths are given, and one of the angles is known as well. So let's use the cosine rule. Since this angle is known, the opposite side is this one. So I will use A plus 4 square, which is one of the sides, equals to adding the squares of the other side, two remaining side, which is 11 square plus A square, and then minus 2 times the product of these, 11 times A, and then cosine of the angle, which is opposite to this side, which is 60 degrees. So cos of 60. So now you have this equation that you have formed using cosine rule. Now let's solve for A. So this will become A square plus 8A plus 16. 11 square is 121 plus A square, and 2 into 11 into cos of 60 is 11. So this is minus 11A. So A square and A square cancel out. I'll take this 11 to the other side, 8A plus 11A, and then take this 16 here, 121 minus 16. This is 19A equals to 121 minus 16 is 105. 105. So A will be 105 divided by 19. Divided by 19. 5.526. 5.526. And up till three significant figures, this will be 5.53. So A is 5.53 centimeters. Question number C. Part C is the diagram shows a sketch of quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Lengths are given in centimeters. The area of this quadrilateral is ABCD is 70 centimeters square. Calculate the angle DAB. So DAB is this angle here. You're given the area of this full quadrilateral. So the area of full quadrilateral is the sum of the area of these two triangles, triangle DAC and triangle CAB. If you calculate their areas and then add them together, they should be 70. So I can easily find this area because this is a right angle triangle. For this triangle, I need this angle here. I know these two sides. If I can find the angle between them, this angle, I can use the formula 1 by 2 into 8 into 9 into sine of this angle CAB. CAB. This will give me the area of this. And I can also easily calculate this angle here because this is a right angle triangle. I know two sides. So this side is opposite to this angle. This is the perpendicular. If I'm looking at this angle, green angle here, DAC, this is perpendicular and this is base. So your angle DAB, so DAB is equals to this green angle plus this red angle. And I can calculate them separately. DAC plus angle CAB, right? So now let's first calculate this angle DAC. Tan of angle DAC equals to perpendicular over base, which is DC over AC, which is 10 divided by 8. So angle DAC will be 10 divided by 8 and then tan inverse of this. Tan inverse of this. So 51.34. 51.34 degree. So we have found this. Now I need to calculate the red angle here, which is CAB. So to calculate this angle CAB, I will use this area. So area of ABCD is area of this triangle ADC. Area of triangle ADC plus area of this triangle ACB. Area of triangle ACB. We are told that this is 70. Area of triangle ADC, since this is a right angle triangle, so 1 by 2 into base into height, 10 into 8, 1 by 2 into 10 into 8, plus area of triangle ACB, this one here, 1 by 2 into these two sides, 8 into 9 multiplied by the angle between them, which is, sine of angle between them, CAB, sine of CAB. So from this, I can calculate angle CAB. So let's do that. This will be 40, 70 equals to 40 minus 2 times 1, 2 times 4. So 9 times 4 will be 36. So this is 36 sine of CA. So this is plus AB. I'll take this 40 to the other side. So this will become 30 equals to 36 sine of CAB. So CAB angle will be given by sine inverse of 30 divided by 36. So 30 divided by 36 and then sine inverse. 56.443, we can say 56.443 degrees. So we know angle CAB, we know angle DAC. So this is red and green, and if we add them together, we will find this angle DAB, which was asked in the question. So DAB will be the sum of these two, 51.34 plus 56.443. So 51.34 plus 56.443. 107.783. One, oops, 107.783. And up till one decimal place, uh, this will become 107.8 degrees. So your angle DAB is 107.8 degrees. Question number 8, you're given f of x and g of x. Part A is find f of minus 2. So f of minus 2 will be, you'll substitute minus 2 in place of x here. So 3 times minus 2 minus 5. And this will be minus 6 minus 5, which is minus 11. So minus 11. Find the largest integer satisfying f of x greater than 3 times g of x. So let's substitute the values in this inequality. F of x is 3x minus 5. This is greater than 3 times g of x. G of x is 4x plus 4 over 3. So we can cancel this 3 with this 3. So you're left with 3x minus 5 is greater than 4x plus 4. I'll bring this 4x here, take this 5 to the other side. So 3x minus 4x equal, oh sorry, not equals to, greater than 4 plus 5. So this will be minus x is greater than 9. So if I want to take this minus to the other side, I have to flip this inequality sign as well. So this will become x is less than minus 9. So now you're looking for the largest integer that satisfies x is less than minus 9. So what is the largest integer which is less than minus 9? It's minus 10. So if you look at the number line, you have 0, 1 here, and then minus 1. And if you continue, you get to minus 9. Then you get to minus 10, minus 11. So your value is less than minus 9. So that means the largest possible value is minus 10. All the other integers, so largest possible integer is minus 10. All the integers that are towards the left side here are smaller than minus 10. So the largest integer which satisfies this inequality is minus 10. Part C is solve f of x equals to g of 3x minus 5. So again, let's look at the values here. F of x is 3x minus 5 equals to g of this. So 4 times, I'll substitute x here with this value, which is 3x minus 5 plus 4 over 3. So I'll take this 3 to the other side, 9x minus 15. Open these brackets, I'll get 12x, and 4 times minus 5 is minus 20 plus 4. So I can bring this 12x here, so this will become 9x minus 12x. Minus 20 plus 4 is minus 16, and this 15 on the other side will become plus 15. This will be minus 3x equals to minus 1, and minus can cancel out. X will be equal to 1 over 3. So your value of x is 1 over 3. Part D is solve g inverse x of 5. So you're given g of x. So there are two ways to solve this. One way is I will first find g inverse of x, and once I have that, I can equate it to 5 and then solve for x. But that's a longer method, and since this is only for 1 mark, I can easily see that if g inverse of x is equal to 5, if I take just g inverse to the other side, my value of x is g of 5. So this inverse will become g of 5 on the other side of the equation. So now I simply need to find g of 5. What will be g of 5? 4x plus 4 over 3. So that means 4 times 5 plus 4 over 3. So I substituted 5 in place of x here. So now let's solve for x. This will become 20 plus 4 over 3, 24 over 3, which is 8. So you'll get the same answer if you first find g inverse of x and then equate it to 5 and then solve for x. You will again get the same answer, but that's a slightly longer method. And since this is only for 1 mark, which also gives you a hint that there is a shortcut to solve this, which is this one. You take this g to the other side, x becomes equals to g of 5, and then you simply substitute 5 into g of x here to find g of 5. And that gives you the value of x, which is 8. Question number 9, you're given a cone, radius 6 centimeter, slant height L centimeter, total surface area is 84 pi centimeter square. Show that L equals to 8. So we will use the area to show that L equals to 8. So you're given area of cone will be equal to pi RL, which is the curved surface area. So pi RL plus you have to add the area of this bottom base of the cone, which is a circle of radius 6. So the area of that circle will be pi r square. So now let's substitute the values here. Total area of the cone is 84 pi plus pi RL. Pi r is 6, L is unknown, plus pi r square, which is pi times 6 square. So I can take pi common from these both sides and pi on this side. So these pi will cancel out. I'm left with 84 equals to 6L plus 36. And this will give me 6L equals to 84 minus 36, and L will be, so 84 minus 36, 48, and then divide by 6. So L is equal to 8 that you have to show. Calculate the volume of the cone. So you're given the formula for the volume already. So volume will be 1 by 3 into pi into r square into h. So now h is the perpendicular height of the cone, which is this one, h. And this is a right angled triangle. So I can find h because I know the length L and this length 6. So I can use the Pythagoras theorem, which will give me L square equals to h square plus 6 square. L is 8. So 8 square equals to h square plus 36. So h will be 8 square is 64 minus 36 square root of 28. So now I can find the volume 1 by 3 into pi into 6 square radius square into h, which is square root of 28. So now let's calculate this value. 1 over 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by 6 square, which is 36, multiplied by square root of 28. So this is 199.48. So if I have to write it up till 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3, my answer will be 199. So 199 centimeter cube is your volume of the cone. The next part is a similar cone has a total surface area of 47.25 pi centimeter square. Find the radius of this cone. Since it is a similar cone, that means the ratio of the area of this new cone and the cone that we are given above in this question will be the square of the ratio of one of their dimensions, either height, radius, or the slant height. But since we have to find the radius, so let's call this radius capital R of this new cone that we have to calculate. So the radius of the new cone R divided by the radius of this cone that is given, which is 6. If I take the square of this ratio, it is equal to the ratio of their areas. So R is the radius of this cone. What is the area of this new cone? 47.25 pi divided by the area of this cone which has radius 6. So we are given area is 84 pi. So this is 84 pi. And then pi and pi will cancel out. R square will be equal to 47.25 divided by 84 multiplied by 6 square. If I take this square, 6 square to the other side. So 47.25 divided by 84 into 6 square, which is 36. And then square root of this, which is 4.5. So R square was how much? 20.25, and then R was square root of this, which is, I calculated 4.5. So this is 4.5 centimeter. Question number 10, part A. A, B, C are points on the circumference of this circle. This angle is given as 130 degree. OBD is a straight line. Find angle ACB, giving a reason for each step of your working. So angle ACB is this angle here. So if OBD is a straight line, that means this angle is 50 degree, because angles on a straight line sum up to 180. So 130 plus 50 should be 180. So your first angle that you will write here is angle ABO equals to 50 degree. Reasoning would be angles on a straight line. So if this is 50, this is also 50, because AOB, triangle AOB is an isosceles triangle. These two sides are equal because both are radius of this large circle. So radius, this is radius, this is also radius, so they must be equal in length. So the next angle is OAB. Angle OAB equals to 50 degree also, because of angles in isosceles triangle AOB. So if this is 50, this is 50, they sum up to 100, and then this angle here will be 80 degree, because sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So let's write that angle AOB will be equal to 80 degree. Sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree. And then this angle is 80 degree. This angle will be 40 degree, because this angle is at the center of the circle and this is at the circumference. And we know that angle at circumference is half the angle at the center if they are subtended by the same segment. So this is AB. So they both are formed from these 2 points AB, one at the center here and one at the circumference. So the required angle ACB, so I can write it here, angle ACB will be equal to 40 degree, and the reasoning is angle at center is twice the angle at the circumference. So this is how you will find angle ACB, giving reason for each of the angles that you calculate along the way. So this is 40 degrees. Part B is P, Q are points on the circumference of a different circle. Center O. These two are tangents to the circle. OP is 8. This angle is 130 degree. Find PR. So PR is this length here. And if I draw a straight line from the center of circle to point R here, like this. You have studied one of the angle properties of the circle, that this angle will be equal to this angle and this angle will be equal to this angle. So if this full angle is 130, then this is half and this is the other half. So this is 65 degree and this is also 65 degree. And you also know that the angle between the radius of the circle and a tangent is 90 degree. So this angle here is 90 degrees. So triangle POR is a right angled triangle. I can use tan of this angle will be equal to this perpendicular height PR over this base of this triangle, which is PO. So tan of 65 will be perpendicular, which is PR over base, which is 8. So PR will be tan 65 multiplied by 8. So tan 65 multiplied by 8. So this is 17.17.15, and I can write it as 17.2 centimeter if I have to write it up to three significant figures. So this will be 17.2. Part 2 is you have to calculate the percentage of quadrilateral OPRQ that is shaded. So you have to find the percentage of this quadrilateral. So let me draw this in red. So this is the quadrilateral OPRQ. We have to find what percent of this red quadrilateral is shaded. So percentage of quadrilateral shaded, I can calculate it by the shaded area divided by total area of quadrilateral, total area of quadrilateral multiplied by 100. So this will give me the percentage of the quadrilateral OPRQ which is shaded. So how do you find the total area of the quadrilateral? So what is the total area of this quadrilateral within this red boundary? So this is a right angle triangle and this is also a right angle triangle, and they are both basically the same triangles. Areas are same because each of their three lengths are same. This is 8, this is 8, and we know that the two lengths of the two tangents are also equal. So this length is also equal, and then the middle length is basically common between the two triangles. So if I can find the area of one of these triangles, if I multiply it by 2, I should get the total area of this quadrilateral. So total area of OPRQ equals to 2 times area of this triangle, 1 by 2 into base into height, 8 into 17.2, 1 by 2 into 8 into 17.2. 2 and 2 cancel out, so 8 times 17.2 is equal to 137.6 centimeter square. That is the area of the quadrilateral. So we have found the total area. Now we need to calculate the shaded area. So if I subtract uh, the area of this sector that I'm marking in green here. So if I subtract this area from the total area of the quadrilateral, the remaining area is the shaded area. So let's calculate it as well. So area of sector OPQ, sector OPQ will be equal to, so this full angle is, here is 130 degree. So 130 divided by 360 into pi r square. Pi into r square. Radius of this sector is 8 square. So 130 divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by 8 square is 64. So this is 72.6 centimeter square. So now my shaded area will be this total area of quadrilateral OPRQ 137.6. So this is the total area minus the area of this sector will give me the remaining area which is shaded. So 137.6 minus 72.6. 137.6 minus 72.6, which is 65 centimeters square. So now percentage area shaded will be the shaded area, which is 65 divided by total area is 137.6 multiplied by 100. 65 divided by 137.6 multiplied by 100. So this is 47.238, and up till three significant figures it will be 47.2%. So 47.2% is the percentage area of this quadrilateral OPRQ which is shaded. Question 11. A bag contains 12 balls. There are X black balls in the bags and the other balls are white. Two balls are taken at random from the bag without replacement. Complete the tree diagram. So you have X black balls. So X could be any number. So you have X of X black balls and the rest of them are white. So if there are X black ones, the remaining one will be 12 minus X because there are a total of 12. So you have X black and 12 minus X white ones. So let's complete the diagram. So if you choose the first one, which is black, and then you have to fill this, the probability that the second one is white. So now that if you've chosen one ball already, how many are left? 11 are remaining. And how many white are remaining? Since the first one was black, you still have the original number of white balls inside that bag, which is 12 minus X. So you have 12 minus X white balls out of a total of 11 remaining in the bag because you have already chosen one. Now if you choose first white, how many blacks are remaining? Same number, X, because the first one that you chose was white. And how many total balls are remaining? You have already chosen one ball, so the remaining balls are 11, so X over 11. If your first one is white, what is the probability that the second one is also white? So now again, total ball remaining are 11 because you have chosen one already. Now how many white are remaining? Originally there were 12 minus X white balls, and if you remove one, how many are remaining? So you subtract one out of it. So this is 11 minus X. So if you choose first one white, you have 11 minus X white balls remaining out of a total of 11. So this is how you will complete this tree diagram. Find an expression for the probability of taking one ball of each color. Write your answer as a single fraction in terms of X. So you have to find probability of one ball of each color. One ball of each color. So that means probability that first one is black, let's say black, and then the second one is white. Or it could be the other way around, or probability that first one is white and the second one is black. So these two cases, or you will add the probabilities of these two cases to get the probability that you get one ball of each color. The order is not specified, so you could have first black, second white, or first white and second black. So what is the probability that the first one is black? So you go down this path, first one is black and the second one is white, and then you go down this path. So first one is black is x over 12, and means you will multiply. Second one white is 12 minus x over 11. So you have to calculate this and then plus, or probability of white is this, so which is 12 minus x over 12 multiplied by the second one is black, which is this, and this is x over 11, so x over 11. So now you have to compute this and give your answer as a single fraction. So this will be x times 12 minus x over 12 times 11 is 132, plus again in the numerator you have x times 12 minus x over 12 times 11 is again 132. So now these two are being added together. So I have x into 12 minus x, and again here x into 12 minus x. So I can write it as 2 times x into 12 minus x. 2 times 2 multiplied by x into 12 minus x, because these are the same numerators, so they are being added. So I've just written it down as 2 times x into 12 minus x. You can also open the bracket and compute it, but I'll show you uh, write why I wrote this as a 2 here and multiplied it by x into 12 minus x over 132. So now I can simplify. 132 divided by 2, this will cancel out, so 2 times 1 and 2 times 66. So this will be x into 12 minus x over 66. So x into 12 minus x over 66. If you want, you can open this bracket up as well and write it as 12x minus x square. But since the question specifies that you have to uh, represent it as a single fraction in terms of x, so this is also a single fraction, so this is an acceptable answer as well. But if you want, you can open the brackets in the numerator and write it as 12x minus x square over 66. That is also correct answer. Part C is the probability that both balls are black is 14 over 33. Form an equation in X and solve it to find the number of black balls in the bag. Show your working. So probability of both balls black means probability of black and first one black and second one black as well. So let's go back to our probability tree here. So first one is black, that means you go down this way, and the second one is black as well, this way. So x over 12 multiplied by x minus 1 over 11 will give you the probability that the first ball is black and the second ball is black as well. So x over 12 multiplied by x minus 1 over 11. And you're given that this probability is 14 over 33. So 14 over 33 equals to x into x minus 1. 12 times 11 is 132. And now let's solve for x. So if I take this 132 to the other side, so this becomes x over x minus 1, 14 times 132, and then divide by 33, 56. So x square minus x equals to 56. X square minus x minus 56 equals to 0. So now you have a quadratic equation. I will use factorization to solve this. So the constant here is minus 56 multiplied by the coefficient of x square, which is plus 1. This gives you minus 56. So I'm looking for factors of 56, which I should subtract because there is a minus sign, and that should give me the coefficient of x, which is 1 here. So what are the two factors that if I multiply them, I get 56, and if I subtract them, I get 1 here. So 8 and 7. 8 times 7 is 56, and 8 minus 7 is 1. So since this is negative 1, I will have x square minus 8x plus 7x, which gives me minus x. And then minus 56 equals to 0. So x into x minus 8 plus 7 into x minus 8 as well equals to 0. X minus 8 times x plus 7 equals to 0. So this gives you x equals to 8 or uh, x equals to minus 7. So what is x? X is the number of black balls in the bag. So you cannot have a negative number of black balls in the bag. So minus 7 is not applicable. Your answer here is 8 and x is 8. So form an equation in x and solve it to find the number of black balls. So your value of x is 8, so which is actually the number of black balls. So this is 8 here. Question number 12, part A. A is the point 2, 3, B is point this. Find AB vector. So your vector AB is given by your position vector OB minus your position vector OA. OB will be 3 and minus 5. Minus OA will be 2 and 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. So 1 and minus 8. BC is given. Find the coordinates of C. So again, BC will be equal to position vector OC, which will give us the coordinates of C, minus the position vector OB. BC is known minus 4, 3. OC is the one that we need to calculate. OB is this 3 minus 5. And if I take this to the other side, I will get OC minus 4, 3 plus 3 minus 5. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. And 3 minus 5 will be minus 2. So this is the position vector of OC. This is position vector OC. So the coordinates of C will be minus 1 and minus 2. Part 3 is you were given magnitude of vector AD, which is square root of 74. And D is a point with coordinates minus 3 and n. Find the possible values of n. So first we need to find this vector AD and then we can calculate its magnitude. So if you look at your given points, A is 2, 3. So you're given the coordinates of point A, which are 2 and 3. So now let's find vector AD first. This will be position vector OD minus position vector OA. OD is minus 3 and n. Minus OA is 2 and 3. So this will be minus 5 and n minus 3. Now you can calculate the magnitude. It will be minus 5 square plus the n minus 3 square and whole square root. And you're given that magnitude is square root of 74. So I can just cancel out these square roots. This will be 25 plus n square minus 6n plus 9 equals to 74. So let's bring everything to the left side here. So n square minus 6n. So I have 25 plus 9 and then minus 74. So this gives me minus 40 equals to 0. So now again I have a quadratic equation in n that I need to solve. The constant is minus 40 multiplied by coefficient of n square, which is 1. This gives me minus 40. So now I'm looking for factors of 40. Since there's a negative sign, if I subtract them, I should get the number 6 here, which is the coefficient of n. So 10 and 4, if I multiply them, I get 40. If I subtract them, I get 6. Since I have minus 6, so the larger number, which is 10, will have a negative sign. Minus 10n plus 4n gives me minus 6n, and then minus 40 equals to 0. So n into n minus 10 plus 4 into n minus 10 equals to 0. So this gives me n minus 10 multiplied by n plus 4 equals to 0. So n equals to 10 or n equals to minus 4. So these are the two possible values of n, 10 and minus 4. Part B is you're given OQRP is a parallelogram. This vector is Q, this vector is P. K is the midpoint of OQ. So that means this OK here is half Q. And then similarly, this KQ is also 1 by 2Q. And the total vector is Q here. L is a point on PR. KL, which is this vector here, is P minus 1 by 10Q. Find PL ratio LR. So you're looking for these ratio of this PL ratio LR. So I'm given the vector KL, which is KO plus OP plus PL. This gives me KL. So I can use that to find this vector PL first. And since this is a parallelogram, I know that if this is P, the other side is P as well. If this side is full Q, this side is Q as well. So let's first uh, try to find this vector PL using KL, which we are given. So we know that KL vector using the head to tail rule will be KO plus OP plus PL. So let's substitute the values here. KL is P minus 1 over 10Q. KO is minus 1 by 2Q because this is positive 1 by 2Q. In the opposite direction, it will be minus 1 by 2Q. So OK is 1 by 2Q, KO is minus 1 by 2Q. Plus OP is P plus PL is unknown that we are trying to find. So now let's find PL. This plus P and this P will cancel out. It will be 0. So PL will be simply minus 1 by 10Q plus 1 over 2Q. So let's calculate this. LCM will be 10. This will be minus Q plus this is multiplied by 5. So this will be multiplied by 5 as well, 5Q. So PL will be 5Q minus Q will be 4 by 10Q, which I can also write as 2 by 5Q. So now you know that this PL is 2 by 5Q. So if this is 2 by 5Q and the full length is full vector PR is Q, so that means the remaining is 3 by 5Q. You can also calculate it by Q minus 2 by 5Q. This will give you 3 by 5Q. Because total is Q, so these two add up to Q. So now you have to find the ratio PL ratio LR. What is PL? 2 over 5Q. Ratio LR is uh, this value here, 3 by 5Q. So on both sides, 5 and 5 cancel, Q and Q cancel. So in the end, you get ratio 2 ratio 3. So 2 ratio 3. So this is the end of paper 2, variant 2 for May, June 2021.